Welcome to the polling API project. So starting with the MVC of the project, here is our index.js file where we are setting up our Express app, and we have used the body parser middleware to parse the body. And coming to the model section, so this is how our options schema look. So we have text, which is of type string, oats, which is of type number, and by default we're setting the value to be 0. Link to oat, which is of type string, and we're also having a question which is of type object id. And coming to the questions question schema has title and an options array which is of type object id, and it is also referring to the options model which we have created here. And coming to the config file, we are using Mongoose and setting up the connection to our MongoDB, which is hosted locally, and we're exporting the same DB. Coming to the controllers, we have options and questions controllers. Under question controllers, we have 4 controllers, which does get question, and which creates an option to a question, which creates a question, and which also deletes a question. And coming to the options controller, we have 2 controllers, which adds oats to a controller, oats to an option, and which also deletes an option. Okay. And coming to the routes, we have index.js where questions URLs with questions are routed to questions.js file, and URLs with options are routed to options. So coming to questions, we have getting a question, posting an option to a question, creating a question, and deleting a question. Coming to options, we have 2 APIs to add oats and to delete an option. And coming to the functionality, let's start our server. Okay, our server is up and running and connected to Studio 3D. We do not have any options or any questions currently in our DB. I am doing a post request to create a question, and coming to the body part, the title of the question is, who is your favorite cricketer? Who is your favorite cricketer? Making a post request, says question was successfully created. So now to add an option to this question, we copy this ID, we make another post request where we can specify the question ID here, and option/create, and in the body we create the option with text as Virat Kohli. Creating it, this gives us an option ID and also a link to oat. Clicking on this link, we can directly make a post request to add a oat to this specific option, where our oat for Virat Kohli was increased and the current count is 1. And we have added a question, we have added an option, and we have also added a oat. Now to get a question, we can make a get request, http questions and / the questions ID. If we give this option, we can get the specific question and its oats associated with the options. And to delete an option, what we can do is we can go to options and delete, and we have to specify the option ID and make a delete request. So if we see here, our option was successfully deleted, which is of Virat Kohli. And coming to the DB, we can check there is still a question and our array element is 0 and we do not have anything within the options. And now to delete the question itself, what we can do is, now let's add one more option just for the testing purpose. say MS Dhoni. Okay, we have added one more option which comes up in our DB, and it is also added into the array of options. Okay, now directly trying to delete a question should delete all the options associated to it. P questions and delete. Here we will put the ID of our question. Make a delete request. Successfully deleted the question and its options, and the question deleted was who is your favorite cricketer. And if we come back and check, there is no questions. And coming to options, there is also no options. All the options associated to that question was already deleted. So this is how the API works. Yeah, yeah. Thank you.